But first, the local civil rights group is calling for a hate crime investigation into the vicious beating of a Pakistani security salesman. Good evening, everyone. I'm Don T.
And I'm NATALIE. BOMKE. It happened at a home in an upscale neighborhood in Tomball. Sally MacDonald is here with the story for us. Sally?
Yeah, NATALIE and Don, CAIR, or the Council on American-Islamic Relations, wants to know whether the suspect targeted the salesman because he's Muslim. We want to warn you, some of what you're about to hear and see is disturbing. Inside Memorial Hermann's ICU, Yaqub Bham is recovering from an attack so traumatic, his wife says he has trouble sleeping.
He's frightened.
And looking in the mirror.
One is that his ear has been bitten off and the bone is exposed.
Yaqub is covered in bruises, has 10 broken ribs, a fractured shoulder, and is at risk for infection.
This person bit him inside his tongue 3 times.
42-year-old David Nienberg is charged with aggravated assault. He lives inside the North Point Forest subdivision in Tomball. It was at this house where Nienberg's own son called 911 to report his dad was hitting and biting the home security salesman. Yaqub told investigators the attack happened after Nienberg asked about the contract, then questioned his religion.
Where are you from? Who are you? You know, those kind of things.
When deputies arrived, they say Nienberg, an Army vet, was incoherent, babbling about the military. It took 3 deputies and a taser to calm him down. Nothing in the sheriff's office report indicates Nienberg attacked the victim because he's Muslim. But the victim's family says what happened here was a hate crime, and they want it investigated as such.
When we say it's a hate crime, it's because look at the way it's literally abused Yaqub. What kind of a rage did he have?
The Harris County District Attorney's Office says it takes all crimes of this nature seriously. The trial prosecutor determines if bias or prejudice can be proven beyond a reasonable doubt.
He's so gentle, he's so hardworking, honest, he doesn't hurt anyone. Why would anybody want to hurt him?
Even when Yaqub is released from the hospital, he faces months of medical bills and, perhaps harder to overcome, the feeling he's no longer safe living in the Houston area. And if a jury is allowed to consider the case as a hate crime and the suspect is convicted, he could spend the rest of his life in prison.